Beloved Swamiji, you have often said that there were three moments in your life where you could have become enlightened, but you missed it. Could you please talk to us about those moments? And how can we know about such important moments and not miss them? Also, many of Osho disciples who became enlightened left their body quickly thereafter. So, was it an existential plan to keep you away from your enlightenment so that millions of people like us could be helped through you? Please help us understand this mystery.
Yes, Devrajnish, we don't know the existential plan, but it is a fact that 90 to 95% people, when they become enlightened, they cannot keep their body for more than 24 hours. Within 24 hours, they leave their body. The 90 to 95% of enlightened people. So we don't know much about them. In Osho movement also same thing we have seen. Bimal Kirti was first in Pune who left his body, and at the time of leaving his body became enlightened. Bhagwan's father and many more people left their body. After becoming enlightened, they could not survive more than 24 hours. No? I don't know the existential plan, but I know that I have missed, there have been opportunity. The one you can read in my book, In Wonder with Osho. I request my friends, if you are interested, to know the adventure living with a master. Pain and sorrow, and also blissful moments living with a master. The whole story is in that book, In Wonder with Osho. So first opportunity was only after 2 years of my meeting with my master. When I met him, the sannyas has not started. Sannyas started 2 years after. When the sannyas started, Bhagwan wrote 50 names when he was sure that they will take sannyas. Also, they name sannyas name also in a piece of paper. I was told later on that I was one of them, one among the 50 people. When Bhagwan started sannyas, only 9 people took sannyas in that camp in Manali. And then the number was increasing very slowly. But Bhagwan was sure that these 50 people will take sannyas. So he has always prepared the name for them. So I was also one of them among those 50. And he called me in Mount Abu camp in 71. Sannyasa started in 70, in the 26th of September 1970, when conducting camp in Manali. Year after, when he was going to conduct a camp in Mount Abu, he wrote a letter to me that you come and your sannyas is waiting. No, you have to take sannyas. So bring orange clothes, and great possibilities are also waiting. No, it was indication. You can read in that book. That letter is there in Wonder with Osho. That letter, that a great explosion is possible and great things are awaiting. I was unconscious that time as a student and unconscious, and I have so many difficulties. I have created so many problems around me. I have so many bondages and so many problems. I tried to go to the camp, but the only only real problems comes from your own mind. I have realized that we say that such and such has problem, a person has created hindrance and stopped me. My parents were not happy. My all family members were very sad that I'm trying to go to Mount Abu to take sannyas. Sannyas was a difficult, that time to understand Osho sannyas was very difficult. They thought that I will leave the home and leave the study and become a monk, So there were a lot of pressure on me from everywhere. But the biggest problem was my own mind. And I was supposed to catch a train, and I just missed the train by 1 minute, and I could not. The whole story you can read in that book, I don't want to repeat. I missed that opportunity of Mount Abu camp, where Bhagwan was speaking on Upanishad, and he was waiting that I will come and take sannyas. Some of friend whom he have called went there and joined sannyas. I missed it. I can blame my parents. They didn't allow me, or they didn't give me permission or money. But I know, now I know, I have been blaming my parents for that, but now, and my family members, but now I know that it was my own mind. Ego and mind does not want that you should be liberated from the boundary of your mind. So whenever the problem comes, although we think that problem is created by Mr. X or Mr. Y, but no, it always, the roots are in our own mind and my own ego. So I remember 3 times I have missed. One time I told you about my Mount Abu camp. 2 more times I have missed. You can read in that book 2 stories. The 3rd story is coming up in next book, Untold Story, which is still not published. I'm writing it. So 3 times I know I have missed the ultimate flowering. He was calling me, and my mind, because mind always wants to live with the past. No, that is the nature of mind. That mind always wants security, and there is a security in the past, and always mind clings to the past. And enlightenment is jump into the unknown. It needs daring devils, who can come out of their mind, who can take risk, who can jump into unknown. So I'm telling this only for you, that this moment might have come to your life also, or maybe come in the future, when there will be choice. Either you cling to your past, you cling to your security, or you become a daring devil and you jump into the unknown. No, that type of situation, I am not special. It comes to every seeker's life. It might have come to many seekers' life. It has come 3 times. I remember 3 major times I missed my total flowering. Because my mind played a trick. I cling to my security. The unknown was so fearful. Going beyond the mind scares everybody, not only me. Because our association with your body is only of this life. I am 77. So my association with body is only 77 years. But my association with my mind is more than 77 life. So mind is more dear to us, and mind is a bigger prison and only problem. So I just want to cut this story short, that it was although I said that the problem has come from my parents or my family members or my finance, no, I can blame. There were excuses that I can excuse that it was not me, it was because of him or her. But I know it was because of my mind and my ego, and which ego is always very afraid of jumping into insecurity. And sannyas, enlightenment is jumping into insecurity, no? Becoming free from your past. A mind is what is mind? Mind is accumulation of your past, all memory, or security, no? It is accumulation of your past. So this is I'm telling you for you that this moment will come in everybody's life. Enlightenment is like a big challenge, and it is like abyss. So we are very fearful. Your mind and your past will try to cling. Your mind, your ego will try to cling with your security, with your past, and will not allow you to fly into the vast sky of freedom. No? Enlightenment is ultimate freedom. We have lived in the jail for so many lives. In jail, you have security. You get food, you have a shelter. No? So the prisoner who have lived in the prison for long years, they are very afraid of coming out of the jail. So we are in the jail, prison house of our mind, and I was eluded my mind created dream and created hurdle. I could not cross that hurdle. But this I am telling you that this will come to everybody's life, and don't cling to your past, don't cling to your security, jump, because there is nothing to lose. Now I realize that there is nothing much to lose except your own mind and ego. How can we know about such important moments and not miss them? It will come, it comes to every seeker's life. The moment comes when you have two choices, either cling to the security or jump into insecurity. It is not, I am not special. It will come to, it might have come to your life or it will come to your life. That is a decisive moment, no? Also many of us who became enlightened, their body quickly thereafter. No, even after enlightenment, even if you leave your body, it is a good bargain, no? What you will do with the body, no? If you remain in the body imprisoned, there is no, I don't see any point of living long in the body, no? If you are enlightened, it is ultimate flowering your consciousness, and there cannot be any other bigger achievement than your enlightenment. And now those people have prepared us. Osho has prepared us by his dynamic meditation, Kundalini meditation. Our etheric body has become strong enough to take that shock. So now, though people who are doing Osho meditation regularly and also in trust and love with Osho, they will survive even after enlightenment. People have survived even after. Osho survived after his enlightenment. So Osho has, that's why he created such a powerful meditation like dynamic meditation, Kundalini meditation, Mandala meditation, just to make your etheric body, your prana sharir, your etheric channels is strong enough to take the shock of enlightenment. So now don't be afraid. If some of you will become enlightened, there is less chance that you will leave your body within 24 hours.